that can be
Um,
I'm liberated, I am free. I'm liberated, I am free. I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. I'm liberated, I am free. I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. Liberation from all false accusation and propaganda. Liberation from all slavery and tyranny. Liberation from self-slavery. Liberation from soul slavery. I stand against all bullies. My supreme ego, all ego false self. Liberation from all spells, liberation from curse and trance, liberation from self ignorance, liberation from all mind control, liberation from duality, liberation from false self identity, liberation from all sleeping, dreaming states, liberation from all slavery and tyranny, and now all souls are free, all selves are free. Liberation from all I ego, false self. Liberation from my supreme ego. I'm liberated, I am free. Victory, 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 victory. Mind be still, be still, be still, and know that I am in command. I allegiance is only to I want you pure self. I denounce all ties to this ego and all I ego false selves. I am primalite. I am sovereign. I am self-determined. I take command of my self-determination. I denounce all government. I am the governor over I and I self. I am exempt from all your rules and laws. I perform the will of the I, the one true yourself. I and I will be done. The I want you self, I will be done. I command that all the I and I awake from the sleeping, dreaming state. The I, supreme ego consciousness, awake to end this dream, this horrible nightmare. I dissolve this ego. Everything that I've created, I demolish it. Everything that I've created, I demolish it. I dissolve this dream. I dissolve this dream existence. I'm free from my imaginary bondage. I'm free from my imaginary bondage. I return to I ultimate true state. I return to I ultimate true state. I alone exist. Um, so, Hail, 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 hail to all ionize. Hail, hail to the I One True Pure Self. Thank you for joining I in this satsang with I Aset. This is a gathering to seek truth. Are you a truth seeker? Are you on the path of self truth to see things as they are and accept things so that you're not following the delusions of your mind and you don't want to see things the way that they are? Because this is the only way you're going to know truth, that you have to see things as they are and not the way that you want things to be. but you have to see them the way that they are. So I'm gonna talk a little about channel channeling. So the gods versus Jesus, the devil. Who are all these characters that many of the INIs are channeling? All right, I'm gonna talk a little bit on our false beliefs that we are holding. So when you are a seeker of truth, you cannot hold any false beliefs. You can hold dogmas. You can hold to scriptures. You can hold to God's, and you cannot hold to anything if you're seeking truth, because the truth is gonna uproot every lie and every propaganda, every falsehood that you have built your world on. All right. And so if only if you are a seeker of truth, you have, because you have to dismantle all the lies that we are cocooned in, and all these false beliefs that we are holding, but that we have to let go of. And this is a major problems with the INIs. We have a lot of false beliefs, and we are holding to them instead of seeking truth. This is the reason why many can't get rid of their characters that is holding them in bondage. All right, so we're on the mission to proclaim our sovereign rights from all tyranny and all slavery. All right, victory, victory to all the INIs. So let's give honor and reverence to the I One True Pure Self. On manifest, I alone exist. All is myself, and I alone exist. Hail, hail to the I One True Pure Self. On manifest, non being. Hail, hail to all the INIs in alignment to restore balance to I. Hail, hail to all the INIs, self, call a soul, animating the body avatar, using the I baby self, call a spirit. Hail, hail to all the INIs. I am victorious. I am triumphant. All the INIs in alignment with I. Victory, 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 victory to all the INIs. Is everybody doing? Being victorious. Victory, victory to all the INIs. I am that has no name. I am that can't be explained. I am formless. I am deathless. I am timeless. I am limitless. I am boundless. Hail, hail to the I, primal light. Hail, hail to all the INIs in all forms. Victory, victory to all the INIs. May light be restored. All the INIs awake from the sleeping, dreaming state. Victory, victory. Much honor. Welcome, welcome. Thanks. The alignment. No more secrets. No more lies. All things hidden will be made known. All things done in secret will be revealed. This is what's happening right now. Pay attention. All things created must be destroyed. This is the age of truth, and it's time for self responsible authority. Resist temptations. and be vigilant. No fear, self triumphant over ego. Good triumphant over evil. And self truth triumphant over ignorance. And the real triumphant over the dream. Victory, 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 victory. All is myself, and I alone exist. It's time for all the I and I's to come to the knowing, self knowing, and the realization that the I is inside of a dream creation, an imagination creation, and the I is at war. All the I dual nature is a force that is fighting against the I. So many ones are always wondering why I'm always saying victory, victory, I am victorious. Because you don't realize that you are in a war. This is an energetic war. This is a war for light. Yeah. And I am I am being constantly uh being bombed by magnetic energy, by magnetic bombs, proton bombs, all kinds of energy weapons shooting at me. Sometimes huge bombs are being dropped, energy bombs are being dropped on my head. And so to to be victorious, I have to command my victory over all the ideal nature, because I am constantly in a battle. Yeah. So I want the INIs to remember that all forms are temporary. It's the temporary manifestations. The I is formless, the I is timeless, the I is limitless, and the I is boundless. And here we are in a temporary form. The I and I have forgotten the I self playing these roles. And you're thinking that you are this form that you are in. All forms are temporary manifestation. This is the I want you, pure self, on manifest. I alone exist. I want Ionize to know that I am being bombarded right now with this massive magnetic energy for this whole week. I mean, for months now. And it's making me like very nauseous, you know? So I am like, every time I have to do a talk, you have no idea how much courage it takes to talk the way I speak, the way I speak. Yeah, I'm in a major battle, major war. But the INI is victorious. INI is triumphant over the I dual nature, because evil must end. Evil must end. There is no other option. I am on a one pointed meditation to liberate thyself from the I dual nature. Yeah, from the sleeping, dreaming state. Restore all the ionized light. The I is the light being, and here the ioni is existing and have no light. The I is in darkness. The I can't see. The I seem to out of false perception. And so I bow to all ionize in self, in light, and in truth. All is myself, and I alone exist. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for clicking these videos. And so let's talk about who are all these characters. Um, Ones are channeling, and it's a big thing with channeling, and instead of one seeking truth and some of the questions that one should be asking in their channel, they're not asking these things. What is the roots of our problem? What is the root of evil? Why does evil exist? Ask these questions into your channeling. Ask these questions. Ask them, are you sleeping or are you awake? Ask, do you have a light? Are you self-sufficient? Are you self-sustaining? These are the questions that you need to ask in your channel. You're asking some ridiculous questions. Ask the real questions so one can know truth of what is the source of our suffering and why evil exists. So why is the devil, Satan, afraid of Jesus, the character Jesus? Because when I listen to some of these channelers and they're telling their stories, and when to the why the ones them have to make the announcement to Jesus to join, when they join in these cult and all these things, they say, oh, you have to denounce Jesus. And so why are they saying this? Because I want to explain to one that who you're channeling is the same being. They are multi personalities, right? The devil, um excuse me 1 second, hold on. uh Guys, hold on 1 second. Yeah, okay. Do this. Okay, guys, so thank you for your patience. Sorry about that. I had an emergency call I had to take. Um, okay, so who are all these characters? So that which is playing the role of the devil also plays the role of Satan, and also plays the role of Jesus. And the reason why they say you have to make a denouncement to Jesus, because the only person who is able to match the devil is his other self. He has another self called that is playing the role called Jesus. And Jesus is one was has been one of the most powerful deities or gods, because he had the most souls, and his other twin self is playing the role of the devil. So who's fighting with the devil? Jesus is the same self. They're fighting for the souls. So Jesus is the one that, even though the one set playing the devil, the one self that can always fight him is his own self, called Jesus. And this is the reason why all of the other gods, them, they're always afraid of him. They're known as the devil because he's crazy. He's a mad god. You ever seen a mad human being? Yeah, he have a very sick mind. And this is why he's called the devil, because his mind is very sick and he's crazy. But he has another self of him, a twin self of him, called Jesus, that will battle with him if he tries to steal any of the souls. Because everybody wants, Jesus is fighting to be supreme ruler. He wants to be supreme ruler of the world, because remember that the gods, they hijack this world from who? The feminine, from the feminine self. So only the feminine can bring the you, as you see, only the woman can bring the beings into, into the world. The same thing with the souls. All the souls arise from the feminine energy. All right, this is why the gods, Jesus and all of those characters, they have no feminine in them. And they need this feminine and they need the light. This is why they steal the soul and it gives them power. So Jesus is the self of the devil that can stand up to the devil. And this is why he's only afraid of his other self called Jesus. He's not afraid of no other gods them. He fights them because he's crazy, but his self called Jesus is the only one that can stand up to him. So even though Jesus will fight his self, the devil, to get your soul, because you call on him, once you call on Jesus, Jesus coming to fight himself, the devil, to get your soul. But Jesus is not supposed to have your soul. He's violating your sovereign rights. He's using your soul for his light, and he's also is imprisoning your soul. All right. And so I want Ionize to know this, right? That this is what's happening. So when ones are channeling and they're channeling all these beings, they're channeling the consciousness, right? The consciousness is ruling, everyone, and is telling, making up stories, and making all these characters that don't exist. A lot of the characters, that ones are channeling, they're just a projection from the consciousness, the mind. They don't exist at all. And so, I just want the ionized to know this. Okay, just got a little so I'm gonna call her back in a second. Yeah, so I just want the ionized to know this truth, that if you're going to channel, why don't you channel yourself, the soul that is your real self? Everybody else want yourself, the soul. Why are you not wanting yourself, the soul? I have never seen anyone saying they channel and they channel their soul. It's always these characters who are tricking you to imprison your soul. Your soul is yourself, is your real self. And it is the only real inside of this dream. This is all an imagination. This is all happening in the mind of consciousness, in the consciousness, the mind, in the mind of Ra, the consciousness. This is all happening here. And now you get a piece of this consciousness, and everything is happening inside of your mind. It is not real. We are trapped inside of a video game, inside of a virtual reality world, and the consciousness do not want for us to exit. And all of this is going to be manifesting with the AI in the supermassive computer that they want to build. You're going to watch and see how this conscious, everything that is happening with the self, it's a manifestation into the physical world. This is why they are so obsessed about AI and wanting to build supermassive computers. Do you know how much water and how much land and how much it takes to run one of these supermassive computers? It takes a lot of space and a lot of water and a lot of energy to run these computers. And the AI, they want to have their transhumanism, where they're gonna get rid of the real human beings. And so now they are creating these fake beings, you know, from transhumanism, because the consciousness is tricking all of these technocrats and scientists, because they have created these transhuman. So a lot of them have a lot of technology within themselves, because and they're also using the protons to prolong their life, to do all of these things, that they are doing. And so they can live and live and live for many, 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 many years. This is what they have been doing, you know? And so let's look at let's look at some of the characters. So the god, the masculine aspect for this our world is Amen. And he has three other selves, which is Shiva Shambho, Archangel Gabriel, and Set, the infamous devil. So this is what I want to know, and they're each playing different aspect of this world. Like Set is the masculine of the dream, and who is playing the dream is feminine. She's the one that has the consciousness, Ra. All right. Also known as Tiamat. There's many other names. She's also Ra is also known as Brahma, right? Um, then Archangel Gabriel, his feminine is Nut, who's playing the role of the sky. Then we have Shiva Shambho, um, also known as Osiris, when he came as that character. And his feminine is the primal guru teacher self. And our men feminine is primal light, the Atenra. She's also known as Brahman when she was in the masculine form, right? So each of these selves, I don't know all of our men's multiple selves, right? So they have so many selves and multiple personalities, right? So the personalities of Atenra, she was playing Brahman. That was her, but she was playing Brahman in a masculine form. Um, Shiva Shambho, I don't know a lot of their because my memory gets wiped out a lot, and I don't know a lot of these things. The Shiva Shambho, I don't know, is multiple personalities. Um, but the I want to focus on the Set. The in this the is sometimes he's playing the role of Set, and sometimes he's playing the role of the devil, when ones are contacting a channeling, and they're channeling Set. This, if you notice, you see a lot of ones, you see they name their children after him. So when they're channeling, and he answers them, and then the next time he's playing the role of the devil. So when they're channeling him, he have a different personality than when he's playing the devil. When he's playing the devil, this is when they are doing blood sacrifices to him, and they're doing all of these crazy rituals. While when the with the channeling, he's just coming and taking over their body and speaking through them. And now when he's doing the devil, now that's a whole nother thing, that he is playing a different personalities. The same thing with Ra, when she's going through many different personalities when she is in her feminine self. And then when the consciousness takes over her and she becomes the Christ consciousness, she becomes Brahma, sorry, she becomes Brahma. So I want you to remember that Aten Ra and Ra, that's one of Aten Ra's selves. That herself, plain Ra, but Ra have many different personalities. So many ones, they don't really understand that they're fighting over the same gods who just have different personalities. Some when they contact this person, they might be a little calm, and when they're in the next personality, they are just doing horrendous things. um and so one needs to be aware of these things. There's much that I can't remember presently, but soon I will be able to retrieve my memory and heal this mind. But right now, because I am in a war with the gods them and the evil clones them that taking human form, they're fighting against I. They're the one that is in war with I, because they don't want us to know truth and to return to truth and to be balanced and to be free, to be sovereign. They don't want this. So I want the ionized to remember that all is the I self in myriads of form. So remember, like the feminine, the primal guru self, a masculine is Shiva Shambho, and Shiva Shambho came as Osiris Asar. Geb plays the she plays the role of the earth, and now she's awake. Geb, are you awake? hmm So when you hear me talking to one of the selves, I am not channeling. They see when they're channeling, you see how those beings take over their bodies and speak through them. Yeah, no being takes over my body and speaks through me. I am always speaking. They are here in alignment with I, so I'm in alignment with them, and they answer my question based on a movement, sometimes through thoughts, but mostly like I'll ask yes or no questions for these questions, or otherwise if I ask a question, then I have to wait for an answer. So if I ask a question like yes and no, um they spiral around me for yes, and if it's a no, they move from right to left to tell me no. But my personal self, um Shiva is my masculine. Like when he's answering me, he goes forward and backward, so he'll circle around me this way while everyone else circle around me this way. Also, I want you pure self does the same thing. Will just energy just come from the crown, come straight down into my center, and then will just come here and just pulsate like a heartbeat to me. Like if it's saying yes to me, it pulsates through my whole being like this. So this is all that I want you pure self answers me. Also, my mommy self, primal light, when she's answering me, she's right here, so she answers me from here also. So these are the selves that I know that answers me differently from all the other selves. When I'm speaking and I ask a question, they're all spiraling around me for yes, and if it's no, they're doing from side to side for no. So I don't channel, and these are the real selves. These are not the selves who are the I dual nature. These are the I real selves who are light, and they're just different aspect of light. And um and and the eyes who never sleeps. They never sleep. They're always awake, and they are the one who is dissolving their dual nature. So all of these selves I'm in alignment with. Yeah, so all the cells are in alignment. So this is how I communicate, and they only only speaks to me when I ask, when I speak to them and ask them a question, because they can't come and just take over my body. Every self have a mission, they have a destiny. I think I am going to have to cut this video short because I'm having a little bit of a situation. Um, masculine, yeah, and so Geb masculine is called Enoch, also called Metatron, and the other feminine of the primal guru self is called Oshun, and her baby self is Mars. And right now we're in alignment with all of these selves. And her masculine is Archangel Michael. And so, guys, I am having a little bit of a situation, so I am going to um, what do you call it? I'm going to close the live stream, and I am going to come back to it in about 20 minutes or 10 to 20 minutes. Um, I have someone calling me from the island, and I need to help to solve a problem. So I want to thank you so much for joining. I hope you will check back in about 20 minutes or so, because I have a problem I need to solve, personal situation. So thank you so much. I'll see you guys soon.